The amazing digital circus is getting a new kingdom, and with it a ton of familiar and new characters embarking on adventures and a brand new mystery that we will solve at the end of this video. Hello everyone, dear viewers, don't forget to watch the video to the end and subscribe to the channel. Who will be the first to find the plush cane in the video will get a subscription from me. And now let's begin. First, let's talk about the new locations in the trailer. We are informed that we are going on an adventure in the Candy Canyon Kingdom. We also get to see a fast food restaurant called Spudsy's and a location that appears to be reminiscent of the Haunted Mansion. You might be thinking that this seems like a lot of sites for only the second episode alone, but what if I told you that all of these locations are truly located in the Candy Canyon Kingdom? Even a prototype of some sort of arena that Kenny is trying to keep from us, let me clarify. Based on the first episode's premise, we can infer that the characters will break off at some point in the show. Some will head to Candy Canyon's main area, while others will visit the Haunted Mansion and the fast food restaurant Spudsy's. When you look at this image of the Candy Canyon Kingdom, the first thing you will notice is some sort of castle in the background. At first glance, it actually looks pretty similar to this arena, but I don't think that's the case, because if it was, he would have revealed what the castle looked like. That being said, I don't think it makes much sense if Kane split them up into completely different areas. Instead, I think that all of these locations are located somewhere in the Candy Canyon Kingdom. He wouldn't have claimed it's incomplete because, as this image's outside shows, it's completed, thus I believe it's something different. The second item visible in this confectionery photo, a few of the characters are headed to Canyon Kingdom in a wagon. Pomni, Jax, and Kinger were the only ones I could really make out in it, which begs the issue of where the other characters are. I have several hypotheses concerning that, the most obvious being that the people that are still alive. Gooseworks said that each character will have their own separate episode, so it's likely that the second episode will focus on Jax, Kinger, Pomni. However, they may have already arrived at the Candy Canyon, or they may go there immediately after Pomni, Jax, Kinger arrives. On the other hand, there's a good amount of room in the carriage, so if all the other characters fit in there fairly well, my other theory is that Jax's Pomni and Kinger will be absent for the majority of it, since she is the digital circus's face for promotion. Pomni will be sent on all of the missions to give her an idea of what the organization is all about. I also have a theory that Jax, Pomni, and Kinger have all been sent on a special mission to the Candy Canyon, but if those characters are unable to complete the mission on their own, they will love having Gangle, Ragatha, and Zubul added in to assist them. In any case, I believe that every character from the pilot episode will make an appearance in episode 2. In the first place, I was curious as to why the characters would go to the Candy Canyon rather than spending the entire second episode in the circus itself. Judging by the trailer excerpts from the first episode, I believe that the developers will show us more and more new locations with each new episode, because everyone loves their own specific character, and they realize that too. So if you think that your favorite character won't be shown in the new episode, you're probably wrong at first. Share in the comments who you're most looking forward to in the new episode. And now let's get on with it. However, it kinda makes sense because the show is titled The Amazing Digital Circus, not just The Amazing Digital Tent, and it was important to showcase the program in all its glory. The developers even showed us the idea for this tent, and we discovered that there are still a lot of things inside the main tent that we don't know about, like Ragatha bedroom, Zubul bedroom, Gangle bedroom, and a ton more. I wonder when the rest of the tent will be made available to us. Let's now discuss the next place. The video, The Haunted Mansion, features Kinger wielding a shotgun. At first glance, there's nothing unusual about this clip other than Kinger having a shotgun. But when we try to enlarge and brighten the image, we can see the outline of a person sitting in a corner. I have proven many times in my past videos that Pomni is in this shot, and even drew the concept for this scene. I mean, I don't see any reason why Kinger would want to beat up Pomni in this manner. Since these three new characters are all in eerie, dark places that resemble haunted mansions, I'm assuming that these characters and the ghosts are in some sort of haunted old mansion. Honestly, I can't even guess as to how this dark location will be in the sweet, colorful candy. My theory is that there are ghosts in this location that can take the shape of other familiar characters that we know in the circus. I think that this is some sort of evil ghost version of Pomni that Kinger is beating up. By the way, this theory was written to me in the comments by him. Thanks to him for that, and remember that your theory can get into the next video. And we're on! It's still unclear why Kanger is hitting this evil version of Pomni and how he obtained the shotgun in the first place. But what really frightens me about this fact is that he does it with a shotgun. I get the impression that Kanger is being forced to stay in this haunted mansion rather than acting voluntarily. However, if Kanger did really beat up Pomni and it wasn't some kind of demonic ghost version of her, there is a possibility that he has schizophrenia in real life, and that's why he's so restless in the digital circus. This could have been the result of his illness taking control and him mistaking Pomni for an enemy. It's important to keep in mind that this is a dimly lit area where anyone could have been Pomni. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. Next, let's talk about the next new location, which is called Spidesy's. Other than Jax being made to work there for minimum money by Kane, not much is known about this place. We also know that a blue hard candy guy will play a part in Jax's new location. Who knows, maybe they'll band together and get into trouble together. However, I have another theory that says that in the second episode, these characters will be reminded of their real life jobs, and Jax will be an example of this. I can say that Jax despises people, and the amazing digital circus is his thing. So having this minimum wage job might help him grow as a person because he'll be required to interact with a lot of people there, and customer service is the worst. However, how will he interact with people if there are no humans in the amazing digital circus? I believe this is where the blue mannequin comes into play. As we all know, Kaney places his wine and mannequin NPCs throughout the circus to engage with people. I believe that the colors of these mannequins will be unique to the kingdom in which they are found, and in the Candy Canyon Kingdom, every man will be blue, just like in a regular tent. They are a standard wood color. It has been confirmed that we will be getting a lot of new characters as well. If you want to see a full coverage of all 8 of them, watch this video, but watch this one first. Lastly, I would like to speculate or theorize about what this upcoming episode might include. We will ultimately figure out the location of the new area that Kane is keeping hidden from us. So here is my fan-made version of episode 2 of the amazing digital circus. When we first meet, Pomni is in her bed, terrified and concerned about what's happening in the digital circus that is amazing. Kaney walks around informing the ensemble that it's time to get ready for a fresh day and an exciting excursion. When Kaney gathers the entire crew, he informs them that he would finally grant their wishes to leave the digital circus. Everyone becomes happy and waits in anticipation for Kane to reveal that he's taking them somewhere new. Everyone is upset in the Candy Canyon Kingdom, but they reluctantly follow Kane to this location. Possibly on the wagon, he introduces them to the Candy Princess, and everything seems to be going well. However, soon after Jax says something that enrages the princess, Kane becomes enraged and sentences Jax to a lifetime of minimum wage labor at Spudsy. The rest of the cast, including the Candy Glen Queen and an ally who has vowed to oppose the royal family for all time, the Crocodile Explorer guy, must rescue Jax from his underpaid prison, who aids them in their quest to rescue their friend. When they eventually arrive at the Spudsy location, they are ambushed by the Bubble Man, whom they battle to save Ja. They then depart from the Candy Kingdom, but not before being pursued by the Queen's army and barely making it back to the digital circus tent. Meanwhile, Kinger, Zooble, and Gangle will spend the entire time investigating a haunted mansion as part of a side quest, and somehow this will culminate in a fight to the death in the new arena that Kane introduced. On that note, dear friends, we come to an end. Thank you for watching. Do not hesitate to write your comments. I also want to remind you that for 1,000 subscribers, I will raffle off a Kane or Pomni figurine. Bye, everybody!